out.
And a handful of 6-drops.
Yeah. But one board clear, and you're kind of out of the game, and already, oh, like, there's Pyro, there's Kazakus. Kazakus is, you have to presume, is a lot of the time a board clear. And also, all these priests are now playing Organized Circle that we've seen, so there are so many clears that it is a very hard matchup if you don't just hard snowball them and the priest has to whiff.
And actually, the hand that Vanek has been dealt here, he can just challenge the board for a while too with his minions, and that's always a bonus in priest because you only have limited resources for removing their stuff, but your minions do a good job of that as well.
It's both really nice though with the rock pool and the second tie caller. Means the trade can happen, and already though, this is what I mean, right? There's what, 6 or 8 power on the board? And that's turn 2. 8 power on turn 2. That's pretty sick. But there are ways. There's a Dragonfire already.
Interesting choice here for Vanek. He can play the 3-4 on curve, which should challenge the board a little bit. Or he can be a bit greedier, which seems terrifying, and maybe try and get some spells by playing the Novice and just try and draw into something for this Pyromancer to eat.
I think you go for the 3-4 here, mainly because the 3-4 either gets the 4-1 to trade into it, in which you're happy because it's the biggest tide caller, or it soaks the other 2 minions, which you are also very happy. The worst case is probably Rallying Blade from Swaggermeist. If he equip Rallying Blade and he has to run in the rock pool, then the 2 big tide callers are still on the board.
But if he can get a 1-drop from Kazakus and still have the Pyromancer in his hand, that's the way he can start doing a lot of damage as well. He doesn't need much AoE with a Pyromancer going off twice in 1 turn.
It's always a weird choice, actually, because I just, not always, but I love going for the 5-drop spells.
Same, it feels right.
But it is a higher chance to get the AoE from the 1-drop.
Yeah.
So, and because you have the Pyro.
And because, because you have the Pyro, and because you want to play other stuff, because you're getting tempoed out of the game, the 1-drop is usually correct, but the 5 just feels so good.
Now this is getting marginally silly. Kazakus into Razakus.
Goes for the 5.
Okay. 4 damage. Oh, okay.
Well, you say okay, but next turn is going to be mega on the other side of the board for Swaggermeist. Can he get Divine Shields?
Yeah, Death Rolls wouldn't be the end of the world either. I mean, plus health makes him survive.
Yeah, I mean, every single card in his hand is actually interesting here, but
I think you need to do something because he's just seen a Kazakus card. He's just seen Kazakus be played. You have to assume that next turn there's going to be a 4 damage AoE. You only have to guess that for 1 turn.
Yes.
Because if you get the 4 damage and you have an aggro paladin board or melee paladin board, your opponent's probably going to do that for AoE damage and sweep.
I would like to see Kazakus tell your opponent what cost spell you picked. Not what the spell does, just say 1, 5, 10 to.
But you can tell that.
No, it's shuffled. No, it's shuffled.
Is it random?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you can't even tell that.
I think it's fine.
Of course it's fine. I don't like Highlander cards.
Kazakus is only around for a short amount of time.
I just want to make them worse.
Yeah. So by not developing onto the board, Swaggermeist has kind of led himself into a bit more of a query as to what this potion is.
Right.
If you played Megasaur, then yeah, you're probably seeing that 4 damage if it's there.
He's got a bigger Megasaur out of it.
Yep.
Divine Shield seems good. He's going to check the 1-1. Doesn't give him some good for
the 1-1 gives him a straight trade, right? To the oh no, yeah, he gives us a trade with the tide caller and the 1-1, but he can just put the 1-1 dude in and swing anyway. And what was the other half of the deal for?
I didn't catch it, I'm afraid. It's flicked up and down.
Might find out fairly soon.
So 2 turns to survive, and he can actually play the Pyro with the Dragonfire, but that's a long way away, which means that he might spend this turn with the Pyromancer, the shield, and just proc some bits and pieces.
It can just Pain as well.
Pain as well.
Just Pain the tide caller.
Should be okay with the health because he did play that Raza last turn.
Yeah, and he has Holy Fire. Holy Fire is like kill a dude, heal 5. Like, that's actually really good strong. Can't even afford to just go Mind Blast if this extra damage is going to help. But he is on 3 mana, which means that it's one or the other, and Pain seems to be the way to go. Can even heal his Wild Pyromancer back up again. I don't think you want
to Pain that.
There you
right.
go.
That's much better.
Kills off the chum.
Heals back up the Pyromancer, makes it something that has to be traded into. That'll get rid of another minion in a lot of ways.
Spike Ridge on the 2-2. It's going to make a pretty tricky minion for Vanek to deal with now. And Swagmeister is just saying, let's go. I'm going as aggressive as possible. Kills the Pyromancer because, of course, you don't want more.
Sure.
It's got buffed health for a start because the powered shield. You don't want more 1 damage effects with it with a 2 health Megastar on the board. But with double Blessing of Kings that Swagmeister is moving towards, that's 8 damage from hand that honestly you don't often expect to see from Paladin.
Yeah, you might factor in 4 or 2 for one of the buffs, but you don't expect this level of buffology to be going on.
Yeah. Oh, 7 armor it was. Yeah, that's it.
Which is nice, actually.
Yeah.
Fairly big swing.
The worry here is if he Dragon Fires and then double bot comes down, but he has no answer whatsoever.
The other thing he's got a problem with is he needs to find space to be able to actually play these minions, this Acolyte, this Novice, to try and draw towards that Anduin. He gets to Anduin, he just wins. But he's got to get there really soon.
Okay, he's going to go for the Dragon Fire. So now I think Swagmeister has to just say, okay, Bok champ. Oh, okay. Take it back. Maybe not. Oh, wait. Is he going to just dodge completely the... Okay. So go a little bit wider and not get completely blown out by Anduin.
Uh-huh. Well, there's Lyra. That's not going to do anything. Vanek still has a little bit of time, but...
He just has to do the 4 damage, right? If he does 4 damage and plays Acolyte, he gains 7 armor. He can heal as well, so that's 9. He goes to 18. And then the Dinosaur is on 6. If the Dinosaur hits the Acolyte, then you can Holy Fire the Dinosaur next turn.
You wake me up. Yeah. Holy Firing a Dinosaur. Looks like it worked quite well, but...
It's how they became extinct. It wasn't a meteor, it was Holy Fire.
Wow. I didn't know that one. Because Swagmeister is going to have reservations about playing Bone Mare into turn 8, but...
Well,
maybe not so much.
You got
he's
that.
Not seeing an Anduin.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't see it then, so it's not in the hand, right?
Yep.
Like, that's honestly how you deal with this. And if you're going to say, well, he could have Anduin, so I'm never playing Bone Mare, then, well, you're playing with 28 cards in your deck at that point.
Yeah, and you're not playing in the semi-finals of DreamHack either if you're saying that.
Now a 10-10, and that draw is, in fact, not Anduin. Ouch.
Glimmerroot into Spike Ridge Steed.
Yeah.
And then you got Holy Fire backup. Just casually choose Spike Ridge Steed from your opponent's deck. It'll all be fine.
What else would help? I don't think there's actually anything else. Is there a draw? I don't think so. Fight from the Novice Engineer?
Oh, Tarim would help? Oh, it's not in his deck. Probably.
Oh, what a draw! The Acolyte getting the hit in. There is Anduin. And this could have flipped the whole series round. Vanek could be winning this and going to the finals off the back of that draw. Look at that, the breath, the sigh of relief, the head goes back. Swagmeister almost has to start from scratch now, playing the War Leader into the Steed. Still a 5-9, but suddenly 0 mana hero power Anduin. There are heals now. The Holy Fire can finally get used to help heal up. There's even a death. Vanek looks like he's going to the finals.
He really does. Gonna have to give a shout out to Swagmeister. He's played really well and entertained us in particular in this tournament. Prophecy are here to stay. Like Turner's been doing really well recently. Yocto's, she's doing well as well, and now we've got Swagmeister. They're starting to make a splash on the scene.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, this game isn't over until someone's portrait explodes, but there is plenty of juice in the tank now for Vanek, even to the extent now that he doesn't even feel he has to use the Holy Fire.
Yeah, he's just going to take his time and looks like he's going to find a way into a DreamHack Finals, and if he takes that trophy home tomorrow, it's going to be a Vanek Monday.
Wow. Wow.
So, last throw of the dice here from Swagmeister, just getting everything he can on the board. It's his last chance, but...
There's a smile from Vanek. Vanek knows this 6 damage can go face, it can go to Lyra, but your opponent is Anduin of the Shadow Reaper variety. He has 3 or 6 cards in hand that almost can always be cast for damage. There's a Mind Blast. There's a holy fire. And just like the dinosaur, Swaggermeister has been made extinct from this tournament.
Really good run. His first ever DreamHack. I think a lot of people have had a lot of fun thanks to this guy, but falls at the semi-final stage. Vanek's going to take on the relentless Zump in the final.
Yeah, it was a great top 4 performance there.